Top 10 famous churches in the world. Churches and cathedrals have several purposes besides serving as places of worship. While millions of people travel to these places to find peace or to worship, a sizable percentage also travel there for the stunning architecture. Like other popular tourist destinations, there is a good explanation for their popularity. Your vision of what's fantastic will surely shift as a result of these well-selected structures. These architectural wonders will no longer just be seen of as churches, but rather as the wonderful works of art that they truly are. Below is a list of the top 10 most beautiful churches and cathedrals. Number 10, Hagia Sophia, Istanbul, Turkey. Now a museum, the former Greek Orthodox Patriarchal Church had previously been an imperial mosque. From the time of its construction in 537 until 1453, it was an Eastern Orthodox cathedral and the site of the Patriarchate of Constantinople, with the exception of the period between 1204 and 1261 when it was turned to a Roman Catholic cathedral during the Latin Empire. The building housed a mosque from 1453 to 1931. Following that, it underwent secularization and was opened as a museum, which it is still today. Number 9, St. Mark's Basilica, Venice, Italy. One of the most famous examples of Byzantine architecture as well as the most well-known church in Venice. Because it is a symbol of the city, Venice is visited by every visitor. It dates back to around 1650. Number 8, Church of the Holy Sepulchre, Jerusalem, Israel. It is a church situated in Jerusalem's historic city's Christian quarter. It is sometimes referred to as the Church of the Resurrection or the Basilica of the Holy Sepulchre. It is said that Jesus was crucified there, on the hill of Calvary, Golgotha. Additionally, it is where it is said that Jesus was interred, the sepulchre. This place has been a popular destination for Christian pilgrims since far before the 4th century. The church is one of Jerusalem's most popular landmarks. Number 7, Church of the Nativity, Bethlehem, Palestinian territories. A basilica exists in Bethlehem. Constantine and his mother Helena first erected the church in 327 AD over the site that is still frequently regarded as the site of the grotto where Jesus of Nazareth was born. This cherished landmark is the church. Number 6, St. Paul's Cathedral, London, England. A cathedral in England that houses the Bishop of London. It is situated at the summit of a hill at the highest point in London. The first church established here was dedicated to the Apostle Paul and established in 604 AD. The current church, which shares the same name as its predecessor, was founded in the late 17th century. Number 5, Westminster Abbey, London, England. London's Westminster Abbey is a well-known monument. A massive Gothic cathedral situated to the west side of the Palace of Westminster. It is among the most well-known religious buildings in the UK. Built in the 10th century, it is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Number 4, St. Peters Basilica, Rome, Italy. There was building from 1506 and 1615. When he built the actual dome in 1547, Michelangelo was inspired by an older version of the same dome. The Dome of St. Peter's rises a total of 136.57 meters from the floor of the basilica to the top of the external cross, 448.1 feet. The basilica has the biggest dome in the world and is one of Rome's and Italy's most famous and often visited sites. Number 3, Notre Dame de Paris, Paris, France. Notre Dame Cathedral is one of Europe's most recognizable and magnificent structures. The cathedral's imposing towers, spire, stained glass, and statues are its most impressive features. The heart of medieval Paris was the Notre Dame, which took more than a century to complete. Number 2. St. Basil's Cathedral, Moscow, Russia. Ivan the Terrible oversaw the construction of this Russian Orthodox church, which is located on Moscow's Red Square, between 1555 and 1561. St. Basil's, a building that is also listed on the UNESCO World Heritage List, serves as Moscow's geographic center. Number 1, Sagrada Familia, Barcelona, Spain. In Barcelona, Catalonia, Spain, Catalan architect Antoni Gaudí constructed a huge Roman Catholic church, 1852 to 1926. 1882 saw the beginning of construction, which is still ongoing today. Despite not being finished, the church is a UNESCO World Heritage Site.